to NABE. We're so glad that you could join us today. NABE stands for the Niagara Area Business Exchange. It's a wonderful business organization, and we want you to find out more about it. I have 3 members who are here on the set with me. They're going to tell you about their individual businesses, but also about this great organization, because I think it's something you're going to want to join too. You'll really want to know everything that we're going to talk about today. Let me introduce my guests. I have Jerry Tomino from Wright's Corner Self-Storage. Welcome, Jerry. Glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Ruth Faree Bowman from North Shores Niagara. Welcome, Ruth. Glad to have you here. And Bruce Fowler from the Family Chocolate Shop. Welcome, Bruce.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
And are you the president of the club?
I'm the current president, yes.
Awesome. So we're glad, doubly glad. You know, I want to start first to let people know a little bit about the organization, as far as when you meet, where, and how can people find out about that? Maybe Bruce, you can-
Well, we are an exclusive category networking group that meets every Wednesday morning at the Dale Center, except for those Wednesdays where we come here to put on a video presentation, which is once a month. The meetings run from 8 to 9. We're very punctual about that, recognizing everybody has to get out and run their own businesses. It's a group of individuals who really are set up to help each other. Their motives are what can we do to assist our other members in the group. Okay. And it's a great group. I personally have gotten a great amount of business through it. But I've enjoyed the social interaction with the people. They're genuinely nice people to be around. Yeah.
That sounds great. And now, Ruth, I wanted to ask, you also have special events, too. In addition to your weekly meetings, you have speakers and other events. Tell us a little bit about that.
We have, on the 5th Wednesday of every month, when there is a 5th Wednesday, we have special speakers that come in. Okay. We also hold events where we get business advisors to come to group, and we have group meetings special for that. We also have outings during the year. We have a summer outing and a fall outing, and we're coming up. We have our after the holidays party. So we do a lot of social things besides business interest groups.
So while you're learning about business, you're also meeting these great people and having a really good time as well.
We have mixers
so there's a lot to
too,
look forward to when you're a member of the
wonderful.
Group. Awesome. Jerry, tell us, what would you tell somebody who's thinking about joining the group? What do you like best about it, I guess?
Well, it's a great organization in terms of finding new clients and meeting new people and meeting other business people in the community. And all those social interactions help you
they do. That's right.
With referral business.
Mm-hmm. Sounds great. It sounds like people really should take a look at the group. You have a website,
it's
right?
a great group.
Yeah, Niagara Area Business.
I'm actually filling in for my wife this morning, Carol. Who's
Good
the real
for
member.
you.
But from my understanding of the group, it's a great organization. It's for small businesses. It would be a great way for people to promote their whatever they're doing.
Wonderful. That's awesome. And Bruce, I wanted to ask you a little bit too. Does someone have to be an experienced business owner to join? If I were just starting out in business, is this the right group for me? What would you say to something like that?
Either way, it would certainly be a good group if you're starting out, because you immediately get to expose your operation to 16, 17 people in the community who could then pass the word on to others. And that's a great opportunity for somebody beginning. It's also great for people with established businesses. You're always meeting new people. As you proceed through the year, you have the opportunity to explain more about what you do. So there's a greater understanding and awareness of all the things that you offer as a company. So it's a great group. We're up to 17 right now members. We're looking to grow. We have a lot of categories that are open: the dry cleaners, floristry, construction. We just have tremendous opportunity for somebody who wants to grow their business.
Sounds terrific. Awesome. Thank you. I want to talk about your individual businesses as well. So, Jerry, I'm going to start with you. Tell us about yourself and tell us about your business.
Well, Wright's Corner Self-Storage, which is in Wright's Corners, obviously. It's across from the fire hall there and near Tops and McDonald's.
Easy to get to, and your business? So.
Yeah, it's primarily we service the area within 3 to 5 miles of that location, which includes city and town of Lockport and Newfane and Gasport, Barker, that area. People have all kinds of things that they like to store. And it's a business we've started about 5 years ago, and we've expanded it twice now, and it's working out very well for us.
That sounds impressive, though, that you've expanded twice, that there's really a need, and that you're doing really well. That's awesome. Yeah. Now, do you have different size, like locations if people come in? Like if they're maybe, like say for example, I wanted to store something and I'm not sure how much space I might need or anything like that. Can I talk to you and maybe take a look at it?
And talk to us and tell us the types of things you'd like to store, and we can advise you. We'd like to bring you out and show you the units, and you get a better idea of the size unit you need. Our units are 5 by 10, 10 by 10s, 10 by 15s, 10 by 20s. A 10 by 20 will fit a car. A lot of people are storing their summer cars or sports cars.
That's a good idea too, because it keeps them protected.
Yeah,
and nice, easy way to do it.
And it's open 24 hours a day, so people can come in any time of the day or night, and it's lighted. And you have a gate access so they feel secure about it. But a lot of people are storing cars. They like to be able to come in during the winter months and start them up, just look at them, and
sure.
But people store all kinds of unbelievable what people like to store in these things.
I mean, you might need to put furniture, or you could be
furniture, hobbies,
books or something, or
boats, household goods,
I think
snowmobiles, summer garden equipment. There's our furniture, Christmas presents, whatever they like to store.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good. I've never even thought of that. What a great way to make
Santa
sure kids
Claus will
don't
store
see
your
it.
stuff there.
You bet. I love it. And I think it's such a convenient thing to be able to do, rather than trying to figure out, where can I put this at home? And having a nice storage unit that's, as you said, accessible, lit, easy to get to, and that's just so convenient. And that's just the way to do it.
It seems like it's a business that's catching on more and more across all over the world, really. They have storage units that outside of the country that are doing very well, I understand as well. But as I look at it, when I was younger, I wouldn't have thought of probably paying somebody to store something for me unless I'd find a barn someplace. But
that's what I was thinking too. We always knew somebody that had a barn. Now I think we don't as much anymore. But I like the fact, and the way how you mentioned that your unit is accessible to you, but it is also secure. And I think a lot of times that is a concern for people. You know, you might, especially if it's a nice car that you're protecting for the winter, you want to put in there and you want to make sure that it's okay. And this way you've protected it not only from somebody getting into it, but from the bad weather. Perfect.
Well, what we found, probably at least half of the people that are storing things are women, and they like a secure location, well lighted and neat and clean looking, and they apparently appreciate that type of facility.
Absolutely. Now tell us again where you're located, and how can we contact you?
We're in Wright's Corners, 2 or 3 miles just north of Lockport. People are familiar with Tops in that area, or Tim Hortons is right in that general location.
Okay.
There's a couple veterinarian stores right nearby. What else is down there?
Oh, and what's your phone number?
What's our phone number? You know, because I'm nervous in this location, I put it right in. Our number is 433-1605.
Awesome.
You can reach us almost any time of the day.
Wonderful. Oh, thank you so much. Sounds great, and I'm glad that you're so successful. That's a great location and convenient to such a large area. So
We like doing
I think
it. It's
that's
kind of
great.
a fun business to be in.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. Ruth, I want to ask you about yourself and about your business.
Okay, well, Ruth Faree Bowman, and I am an independent insurance agency. We are in Burt, New York, which is a very little burg. If you blink, you've missed it. But you can find us on the World Wide Web at www.northshores.co, not .com. You can call us at 251-2443. As I said, we're an independent insurance agency, and we started in 2014. But we are affiliated with a national group called SIAA, which is Strategic Insurance Agency Alliance. Through that, we have billions of premium volume, which speaks loudly to companies, so therefore we get lower rates than the normal agency. It's a great association that they help me in any way that I need help. I've been in the insurance business all my life. I started in my father's agency at 16 typing ID cards. So way back in the day when you typed. And you also,
I remember that.
Yes, and you figured rates via a manual that was 6 inches thick. So I've been in the business all my life, as I say. My son has joined me.
That's wonderful.
Matthew Farrington is my producer here in the States. We have also, in November, opened a Virginia office.
Wow.
And my other son, Dean Farrington, is running that office.
Oh, that's so great.
So it's becoming a family affair again.
Yeah,
So
wonderful.
it's really been beneficial to us. And we can write anything from personal, your $50 inland marine policy, to municipalities, manufacturers. We can write anything. And we've been helping people not only saving money, but increasing their coverage, because a lot of times they don't realize the coverage they need. They just go with what their present agent tells them. Well, there's some standards that we all need to be thinking of when we write these policies, and to help it protect the client properly. And so I try to do that with my clients and review their coverage every year and see if...
That was what I was going to ask.
Yeah.
How often should you look at it? So it's
Every year, because
Okay.
you know how the year goes. It's you're just so consumed with your schedule, and you don't think about things. Did I purchase something that should be covered? And when you purchase something, you probably just, okay, I got it in the house and there it is.
Yeah.
But you don't think, I really should get some insurance on this.
Okay.
So we try to review it yearly and see what's going on with the client. And maybe they even have gotten rid of some of the things that we need to go over.
Yeah, that's
the coverage.
true. And it's so easy to do something like that
It
and not
is.
think about, I should call my insurance agent and
Exactly.
see what's
I
going on
sold
with
this
that.
snowmobile or something. You just need to review it.
Are
So.
people, you find, pretty much aware of what's in their policies? Maybe not at all.
Some
It's very
are.
confusing when you see the paperwork.
It is very
and hard to
confusing.
read. Nice
It
to have
is.
a guide.
Yes,
to do something
exactly.
to-
A lot of the companies are simplifying, and they will give you a little cheat sheet as to, explain things simply, but it doesn't hurt to go over them and talk to your agent about what you've got, or the agent explain it to you, because we're just used to the language.
Okay,
So,
that's a good point.
Mhm.
Yeah, because it is this kind of a specialized field for those who don't know about it, and it's great to have
Yes.
somebody who can kind of wade
It
through
is.
those things and let you
Yes.
know what's going on. Do you
Mhm.
find that people maybe aren't aware of the types of insurance they maybe should have? Maybe
Oh,
they buy
correct.
the basic, and then as you're saying, perhaps something better would serve you better.
That's correct. They
Yeah.
don't. So it's up to the agent to offer them the best, and let the insured decide what they would like to do. In fact, one of my recent clients was a landlord, and she had several properties that she had insured with a policy here, a policy there. That she had a pile of policies, and she was gracious enough to let me give her a quote, and through that we got her down to one policy with all of her coverages, or all of her properties on one policy. She's so happy because now she doesn't have to thumb through everything, and we not only saved her thousands of dollars, but we
Wonderful.
increased her coverage by over $1 million.
That's great.
And she's so happy.
And so much more
And so am I.
convenient than worried about all the different things.
Exactly.
This way everything's together.
Exactly. She's
you know,
very, very happy.
That's peace of mind.
That's
wonderful.
yeah. That's what makes my job fun.
Yeah. Tell us how to reach you and your website again.
Website is www.northshores.co, not .com. And my phone number is 716-251-2443.
Awesome. Oh, thanks
Okay.
so much.
You're welcome.
Bruce, tell us about yourself and about your business.
Well, we have a full-line chocolate shop on Main Street in Clarence, right in Clarence Hollow as you go down into the hollow. And we specialize in chocolate baskets and sponge candy, which if you don't have around Western New York, you pretty much close up your chocolate shop. Our focus has been on working with other companies to do things like customer recognition, or customer appreciation, employee recognition, and special events. If I'm talking to a prospect, if he can just describe a situation, I can pretty much give him a chocolate to meet that situation.
That's great. Wow.
But it's listening to the previous two speakers here. They talk about making people happy, and they all do. And we kind of focus on making people happy too with the chocolates we provide.
Oh, absolutely. You know what I think is great too? Everybody likes to get chocolate, so something like that as a customer of a business or as an employee, you'd be like, yay. But I think sometimes when you are the person making the decision, that's not maybe the first thing you think of. But that's a great thing to do, to come in and talk to you and find out all the different things that you can offer as far as that, because that's something, you're right, would make people very happy to receive.
Well, that's true, and we've gotten into to expand on that service. We've gotten into a lot of custom work.
Okay, tell us about that.
Well, there's two areas you can address this with. One is the packaging, where you can do logos, and we can even do individual names of gift recipients on wrappers and boxes.
Wow.
Which is kind of a nice touch when somebody gets a box of chocolates and it's got his name on it. That gift was obviously created for them. You didn't go into a supermarket and buy a box of chocolates off the shelf. We also do custom chocolates where we put logos right inside, right in the chocolate. So if you open it up, we just did a company this year that did it was over a pound. The chocolate bar was over a pound, and it had their company logo in it. So when they opened it up, it had a little covering letter describing who they are and wishing them happy holidays. And then when they lifted that sheet up, was the big chocolate bar. And
that's nice.
The word is that it was very, very well received by the customers.
That's great. And I think that's a wonderful way, as you said, to make a good impression. You know, people will be very impressed by that, whether, as you said, the packaging or the chocolate itself. That's a great and fun way to reach out to people. So you're getting the word out about your company, but you're also making somebody feel really good and really recognized, which is terrific.
Yeah, and it's also reasonably economic when companies are looking for gifts to give to their customers, or recognizing an employee's birthday or anniversary date. Some of the things get pretty expensive, and chocolates can be a reasonable alternative, generally liked by almost everybody. I have encountered a few obviously uncivilized people who don't like chocolate, but most people do enjoy chocolate, and it's a shared gift as well.
That's true. Yes, that's true. Awesome. Now, you mentioned that you're a full chocolate shop too, so there's retail. You can also come in and buy?
Yes, we do have a full-line chocolate shop.
Wonderful.
Come in, you can pick out your assortment. Choose the butter crunch and the vanilla creams and whatever you like to make up an assortment. If you know what your recipient likes, or you know what you like if you're buying it for yourself, obviously. But if you know what your gift recipient likes, you can pick those pieces that meet their likes.
Oh, that's great. So tell us again, you're right there in Clarence, very
We're
convenient, easy to get
10295
to?
Main Street. in Clarence, New York. And telephone number is 759-0658. Or you can go to our website, which is familychocolateshop.com, and you can view all the different areas that we address with our product.
Now, I had another question thinking of doing the custom chocolates or whatever. If I brought you my logo, because some people have a more complex logo than others, how would you advise me as far as what I might be able to do with the chocolate? Like LCTV's is a simpler logo if I were doing this, but some businesses do have quite a design. What are some of the concerns that you might have, or something if somebody thinks, oh, my logo wouldn't work? Perhaps it would, perhaps it's,
well,
it
would depend on how detailed it is, and we have advised customers not to do it in chocolate because it will not show up well. There'll be a fill-in factor. In those cases, what we do advise them to do is go to the packaging end of it and just go with a, you can do a custom bar that says Merry Christmas from the Johnson Company. You can avoid the logo and the detail, which isn't going to show up well anyway, but you can make it more of a personalized gift. And then you can do the packaging, be it a box or a wrapper. If it's a chocolate bar, you can get obviously a lot of detail in printing and leaf stamping.
That sounds really great, and I hope it's something that people are thinking about, because I think I would be well disposed to a company that had to be something like that. It sounds wonderful. So I think it's a really exciting thing to be able to do. As you said, you can come in and make a mix of whatever you really like, or you can present something with your company logo that looks really beautiful and professional and will impress. So that sounds great.
Thanks.
I just wanted to talk a little bit more about the group just before we finish the show, because we only have a few minutes left. But I just wanted to talk about, again, to remind people of when your meetings are and where you meet. So, Bruce, did you want to?
Yeah, we do meet every Wednesday at 8 o'clock at the Dale Center.
And that's right in Lockport on Ontario Street, so easy to get to and good parking. I just wanted to throw that in there.
Yes, yeah, it is. It's we invite prospective members, anybody who's watching the show and might be interested in learning more. We advise you, one, go to our website and review that. But second, come to our meetings. Just come and visit. There's no obligation. We're a very friendly group. You'll see how we run our meetings, and I think you'll get a good feel for what we're all about. And just one more point, we're a very economic group. Cost will not be a factor deterring your interest in our group.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And Ruth, you're looking for members in different fields, because each of you represent a different type of business.
It is
but there are many businesses that could still join, right?
Absolutely. It is exclusive. We do not allow two insurance agents, two storage places. But the list is very lengthy. I'm sure that there's many people that could fit in the slots that we need them, that we would enjoy having them in. And also they get to attend 2 meetings before they have to make their decision whether they'd like to join or not. Just come and enjoy our company and enjoy a meeting. It is lead-based, and I, for one, can tell you that I have received many leads. I probably am the number one in the group. It's been very beneficial to me, and I highly recommend it to anyone who is interested in building their business. And come and join us.
I wanted to ask you about, like, during the meetings, you share the leads, but you also find out about each other's business. So when you recommend somebody, you really know what they're talking about. Tell us a little bit about how you do that.
Not only we go around, everyone tells who they are, what they do, tell us a little bit about your business, a 60-second infomercial. Then we go around and we give out leads and good of the group. And once a month, every week it is, I'm sorry, we have one person talk about their business. The last 15-20 minutes of each meeting, we get to actually hear in detail about
I like
each
that.
person's
That's great.
business.
So you can really find out, because you come in as an expert in your own field, but this gives you a chance to learn about everyone else who's there. That's a wonderful benefit.
It's very beneficial, very beneficial.
So that when you are making a reference,
That's right.
because you've heard
We
about
all
it.
trust and respect each other because we know that we are professionals. We know what we're talking about.
That's awesome. It just sounds great. It sounds like a wonderful meeting and a wonderful group. You get to know each other and it's social, but yet you get a lot done. And it's really very, very impressive. Jerry, I just wanted to ask you, what do you think is the best thing about a networking group?
Well, one thing I can think of right now when we're sitting here is I've got a couple of questions that are burning right in my mind that I'd like to ask them.
That's great, isn't it? That's awesome.
Ruth, a lot of people ask when they come in to store something about insurance.
Yes.
And they ask, is it
That's a
covered by
good
my
thought.
homeowner's insurance or my renter's insurance? We say, ask your insurance agent. Is it generally covered?
Generally, 10,000 of what you carry on your home, contents, the home contents, 10,000 of that is covered in an off-site. So if it is more than that, they need to contact their agent and get it
That's
increased. If
interesting.
it's not, then they're fine.
So they should look at their policy or else ask their agent.
Ask their agent would be the best.
Okay. Can I ask Ruth a question?
Yeah, sure. I love it.
You know when you get these boxes of chocolates and they're all different mixed up, and what was that saying that one of the movies a few years back?
Yeah.
You never know what
What you're gonna get.
A box of chocolates. Yeah. You never know what you're going to get.
Can you buy a box of chocolates like that are all the same, the ones you like, or
Yeah, that's the beauty of being able to pick your assortment. You come in and get just the ones you like.
what do you do with the ones you don't like? Throw them away?
What you do, Jerry, is you put your thumb through the bottom, and you see what they are.
My wife takes a bite out of it and puts it back.
Oh, that's another way.
So this is a great group. We have so much fun. But those are really good points, though, because I think a lot of people store things and you haven't thought about how you insure. And anytime we talk about chocolate, it's good. So I just want to reiterate to everybody that you have a great website, NiagaraAreaBusinessExchange.org. Everyone is listed, and you can contact anybody in the group. And definitely, if people would like to come to a meeting, they're welcome to just stop by and just see if it's for them. So that sounds great. So thank you very much. Thank you for being on the show today. This is great. I learned a lot, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining us.
We are members of Cadet Girl Scout Troop 294.
We are helping the Ronald McDonald House of Buffalo, which provides temporary lodging for families while their children receive medical treatment at Buffalo hospitals.
The Ronald McDonald House is grateful for donations of gift cards,
Drinks, meats and snacks, household items, laundry supplies, linens,
and food and baking items.
Details are available on our website, rmhtwny.org.
Thank you for your support of the Ronald McDonald House of Buffalo.